new day. We got a lot on today. Some meetings, we're presenting the new MyComeUp app. Realistically speaking, deadlines are here. We have the app, we have the new site, we have everything coming together. The only thing we need right now to ensure we maintain is positivity. You've got to stay positive through the blankness of not knowing what's going to happen next. But yeah, it's definitely an adventure. One thing that's very important is negativity management, right? Negativity needs to be managed, whether it's by a friend, whether by your parents, whether it's by your relationship. Negativity needs to be managed, especially when you have a goal or a dream or anything that you're trying to accomplish, because you need every bit of positive energy, every spectacle you need to make sure that you're guaranteeing yourself the outcome you want. It's getting to the point where I've realized that no matter what you're doing, if you want to scale anything, you have to learn to embrace and accept that people are going to have a negative opinion towards it. And it's not always because they want to bring it down or because it's right, but it's because they want to level themselves. Because when you have the ability to bring somebody down, you even the playing field, right? But you have to look at this. The person that puts these negative comments on your Instagram or your YouTube or just pushes it in your day-to-day life, whether it's a friend, whether it's your mother, whether it's your partner, they're only doing it because there's something happening deep down. And I've learned personally, because if you sit there and you try to entertain negativity, if you try to manage it on a level which you can, somewhat try to train somebody to be able to digest, you're only going to bite yourself. Negative people only feed off of being able to win. And the best way I've found to ignore negativity or to suppress it is to simply see it as a personal problem with the person and not myself. Because when you turn around and you look at anything, anybody doing anything great, whether it's Michael Jordon, whether it's LeBron, whether it's, Richard Branson, whether it's Alan Sugar, these people have put themselves on a plateau to be critiqued. And criticism is also negativity if it's not productive. So just learning how to actually view negativity instead of inherit it, I think is a very powerful tool to have. But nevertheless, we have a very busy day today. We have the MyComeUp app. We have their website coming soon. So we're going to get these meetings underway. Come with us. Let's go.
What if your close friends and family are very negative and pessimistic about what you do? What do you think people should do in those situations?
I remember when I was 17 and I was pursuing my driving license. And I remember, I've always been very advanced. I've always been the kind of person that wants to do things ahead of his time. So I remember I'm the 1% of people that realize that you can drive when you're 17 in the UK. But I went and did the test early and I failed my driving test. And I remember going back home and telling my mum, and her response being, "Good, you shouldn't have rushed." And I think initially I took it quite negatively. I think I remember feeling like, where's the support? I mean, I'm trying to do something to move forward. And I think as time has gone on, I've come to realize that parents don't critique you from a place of, putting you down. They critique you from a place of comfort. They tend to critique you from a place of trying to ensure that you don't let yourself down. And I think when I changed my scope of the way that feedback, it fueled me, don't get me wrong. I went and booked my driving lesson again right after, but I think getting that critique from her made me feel that it was my job to prove to her that I wasn't making or wasting my time. And at the same time, it was my job to prove to her that I'm old enough now to put myself in a position to be able to drive a car. And I think sometimes we misconstrue a parent's support or insecurity or fear with, not believing in what you're doing. And I think we have to learn to step out and still be bold enough to show them, because sometimes a parent has to be shown who you are now. Because I can imagine my mum had me and I was in a diaper and I had pants, she had to change me. So in order for her to see me evolve, I think it gets to a point where you have to show your parents the person you are, as opposed to being so dependent on them and just accepting it before you have become it, right? It's so easy to say, my mum isn't supporting me and so and so and so, my dad isn't supporting me, but let's be honest, Prove them wrong. That's my theory. Prove them wrong and show them the person that you are and why you've made the decisions. And then they'll be able to actually see the full picture of who you are, because they've seen you evolve for all these years. And you're not going to sit around here and turn around as the kid that didn't know how to walk and then say, now I'm a photographer or now I'm a videographer. I mean, yeah, these are who we want to be, but we have to show them, just like we have to show our friends, just like we have to show the world. And I think when you start to look at things from that viewpoint, it takes away this whole element of feeling like, you know, people owe you support. Support is not owed. It's shown by something you've proven and done. And the more you prove, the more people can support, the more they can believe. And it's all about understanding that when you have a dream, when you have a goal, it is an independent decision. You can't have an independent decision and then turn around and expect people or groups to support an independent decision. So, yeah, I think it's very important to just learn to separate, you know, parental support, even friend support from your goal, and really understand that when you make this decision, it's not only your job to fulfill it, but it's your job to prove and show people who you are now. So this is another episode of Leonard Weekly. We're still grinding, we're still pushing, we're still fighting. Trust me, we're gonna see some explosive things happen over the next 2 to 3 months, especially for MyComeUp, and I'm glad that you guys are along with me for the journey. Please remember to subscribe, follow, comment, share, because every week I'll be giving you a bit of insight on what's happening in my world, my journey, and more importantly, my perspective. Catch me on the B-side. This is Leonard signing out. Peace out, A-Town down.